I often wonder if we'd not had the English Teachers Association, how English teachers across the state, not just in isolated areas, how they would have dealt with the demands of when the first lot of the new syllabus came out in 1999 and now the Australian curriculum.
I think the advocacy role that the association has been very significant in recent times because of the contested nature of English curriculum. That's coming from, on the one hand, the movement towards a national curriculum and the broad sorts of debates that's been starting about what English teaching is, what it should be, but also because of the contestation that comes out of the sort of culture wars that have been played out in politics and the media recently.
Here is a body that has people who are willing to be at the edge, leading change and embracing change, and actually offering professional learning, be it units of work, actually running sessions for early career teachers, gifted and talented differentiation. There's so many areas that this association has actually supported teachers.
I think ETA in New South Wales has had a profound impact, absolutely profound impact. Not only, I suspect, on the teaching of English and knowledge about English, but I also believe in terms of areas like syllabus development. Certainly the ETA has, through its leadership over many years, had a profound impact in terms of interaction with the Board of Studies, a whole range of issues that ETA has raised about assessment, about the marking of HSC papers, for example, decentralisation of marking centres so that people from across the state could be involved in professional learning, that is, marking the high school certificate. And I think my sense is that the key leaders in ETA have often been the key figures who've been involved in syllabus development, have worked for the department, been involved with the Board of Studies.
ETA is always brilliantly represented at these national bodies, but not only nationally, but also statewide at Board of Studies, highly thought of. And, ETA is quite often called in to respond to different things at the Board of Studies because their views are very highly respected, because we have wonderful representatives. You look at the calibre of the people that we have at ETA is amazing. And what they do for English and English teachers and students. Don't forget that. It's not always about teachers. Like, the end game is always the student. What is good for our students is their main concern, and how a teacher's going to do that. That's an amazing thing.
The first big consultation we ran was for the 99 Stage 6 syllabus, and that was a huge undertaking. That was a full day at Newtown High School of Performing Arts. It involved hundreds of members, all of whom gave their views. It was all recorded on butcher's paper, and then counsellors spent weeks pulling that together into an ETA response.
So the advocacy role in terms of being able to put forward a vision for English teaching that's orientated towards the future, but at the same time is not forgetting the rich history the subject has and all the good things that have been done in this state and elsewhere over recent decades is very important.
ETA really produced the Rolls-Royce of responses to ACARA. The response has been absolutely fantastic. We had groups of really committed and intelligent teachers responding to the curriculum in a kind of really clever and informed way. And then once those raw responses were made, and teachers gave up their own time to come in and do this, these are people who truly live and breathe English, come in, gave their responses, and then all of those responses were put together in, a fabulous, clear, intelligent and precise response to ACARA about the curriculum. I think it was the real benchmark of responses.
I think the marking centres, both centralised out at the showground and then decentralised, were a very, very powerful tool for professional development. And I guess if you want to go back a little way, higher school certificate or leaving certificate papers were quite often marked by academics who would come from their university, pick up their pile of papers, take them back to the university, mark them and then bring them back, and that was done. Classroom teachers didn't know what they didn't know how they made their decisions. The English Teachers Association was highly conscious of the importance of exposing teachers to the judging, assessing area, especially in examinations, because, I mean, the New South Wales Higher School Certificate as a terminal exam is internationally renowned. You can have a second year out teacher in a Western New South Wales school teaching that for the first time. And how do you give that person confidence that what they're doing and the feedback that they're giving their students is the same as they would be getting at Sydney Boys High or Farrer or one of the independent schools on the North Shore?
There were experts in terms of exam committees and marking centres who, because of initiatives that ETA had been behind, actually went out, met people in regional centres, provided professional learning, gave insight into whole groups of teachers about marking standards, how marking centres operated, things that they needed to consider in terms of classroom practice or what was happening at faculty level in their schools.
I think what stands out for me was the intense curiosity of the place that English could have in the development of the minds of young students. There wasn't a heap of research around, so we were finding our way. And then when the material came through from the London Institute of Education with James Britton and his colleagues, and the Douglas Barnes and the other people that many others will have mentioned, I think we knew that we were on the cusp of discovering something very important about the way that children learn, the way that children use language. Now, I suspect many of us intuitively knew the importance of focusing on children's work, but we didn't have yet the research evidence to support that intuition. So there was really a sense of excitement. I found it exciting that I could reflect and observe my own teaching and think about it, but most of all spend time observing the children, the students, and from those observations develop a theory that would help me to get better as a teacher. It was profoundly exciting and challenging.